Yo, what's up YouTube? I'm DJ Philly and welcome to Mastercrafters. Today, we are back here on the MC101 server. That's right, we are back here on the server and we do have a little bit of news to catch you up on, so let's get straight into the video. So that's right guys, we are actually recording in a Minecraft RTX and boy does the server look absolutely amazing. We can see everything in RTX including our little doggy. Hello Mr. Doggy. But today we have some really big news to share with you, and that is that this is gonna be my last episode of MC101. That's right, guys, this is going to be the last episode, and if you're a bit confused and worried, well, I'll tell you some good news. We are actually resetting the server for Season 2 of MC101, and I am actually super excited, and the reason we actually decided on doing the Season 2 before the 1.18 update was that some of our members weren't really online, and we kind of got a little tired of the world having it for basically over a year. And so, yeah. So our members have gotten really lonely because we really haven't been playing with each other lately. And so we have actually decided to reset for Season 2, and don't worry, videos are not going anywhere. We are going to make videos for Season 2. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and even a special bonus, we are going to be doing Season 2 with the 1.18 experimental features, which means we get to test all of the Caves and Cliffs Part 2 updates that are coming in December or the near future. And so this is really the reason why I am in RTX, is that we are gonna do our last episode with a little server tour around the server, and you guys can see it all in Minecraft beautiful RTX graphics. So I guess we'll go up to the hilltop and show you guys around the town. So this house is really where we started Season 1 at. We built it all out of wood and glass, and I've absolutely loved living here. We even got our little mustache little thing, maybe to some certain content creator. But as you can see, it's a bit lonely in here. I've never actually gotten the chance to decorate the main room here, but we do have a little office. We got some chests full of enchantments and everything, and our paper of powers. So yeah, I do really love this little humble abode. The upstairs is really like the downstairs. We don't really have much decoration. It's more for functional use. And then we do have a little bedroom with some decoration, and of course the patio with, oh my goodness, the amazing graphics. Goodness me, does the town look awesome from here. Why haven't I been using this for often? And of course down here you may be barely able to see it, but this is our storage center, and the light looks so luminous, illuminating all of the chests and the signs that we actually have. And we built this later in the season. We didn't really get the chance to use it because, well, we're resetting the server, but I think it was a pretty awesome project, and it was definitely worth it while it lasted because I could actually organize everything and I could actually find all of my materials. And then of course the back of the house has our little jacuzzi made out of quartz and everything. And this is so cool with all of the new water textures and everything that you can get in RTX. Oh my goodness. What is this? If you angle it just right. Oh my word, I look like a flat texture. And I'm about to drown. I love Minecraft. But now it is time to actually take a tour of the server and check up what's going on here. So of course on our left we do have the Netherright Beacon built by Bob here, and he was crazy enough to actually get a level 1 Netherright Beacon. He actually mined it all, and that crazy Bob. On our right here we have Sheepmaster's old house, and of course if you did see, he was actually setting it on fire recently. So I actually, there was some damage here, and so I put some vines and some leaves to look like it was abandoned, because it basically was from all of the fire damage and everything. I love the leaves and the trees that actually hide the building. It almost looks like a little jungle house. I think it looks really cool, and wow, that was weird. But oh boy, does the server look amazing during nighttime. You can even see each one of the lanterns. It looks absolutely amazing, especially with the stars. But while we turn our attention back to the daytime, we are here at the MCN, the MC101 news building, of course, built by Sheepmaster and Tall Lego Box. And man, does this building look really cool with all of the glass and everything and the end rods illuminating the room. I think it looks really cool and industrial. Definitely gives off the vibe of sort of like a video production studio. And of course, we do have the back room there with all of the video equipment and some of the chairs and the video cameras up at the top. And for some reason, there was a map here of the town, but I think it got damaged, and there's a few blocks right here. Oh, our members are silly here, but that's okay. Now, if you look around town, you might be able to see some of the trees built by Fried Squid, and this is to give it more of a town vibe. I think it looks awesome, and I showed it off a couple episodes ago, but I think it definitely gives a vibe, especially when you're on the ground level. I don't really get much of the view down here because I'm always on an elytra, but I think it looks really awesome once you're actually down on the ground. And of course, if we take this road right here, you can of course see the job board where we never actually really used this thing. It was kind of surrounded in bamboo, and that's about it. But then we do have the giant Christmas tree. Now, I do know Mr. Waffles actually cleared up the presents, so that way we have a full Christmas tree here. And if we fly all the way up here, there we go, we have our amazing Christmas tree star. And of course, I was trying to take the glass ring down that was protecting it from lightning, so I am going to do that before we close the server. Hopefully that way we don't have a giant glass dome above the Christmas tree. But yeah, this definitely was an awesome memory with getting together all of our members down below the Christmas tree and just opening our presents. It was absolutely amazing. Right at the Christmas tree, we do have Tall Lego Box's new house. And I say new because he blew it up. If you remember a couple episodes ago, he actually bombed the whole thing and made it out of the new deep slate. And if you take a look inside, man, does it look gorgeous with the lights, especially the blue lights. And for some reason, it gives off a red texture. I'm not sure why exactly, but I guess we'll go with it. Right by Lego's house is the Bat Cave, and we actually converted this thing. This was originally our concrete facility where we duplicated all of our concrete because that was allowed on the server. But of course, the glitch got fixed, and we converted this into a museum. Now, I do believe Bob did not actually finish the museum, and we may get to it sometime in the future. But of course, we have all of our artifacts, like the server's first diamond and everything. And of course, we visited this last episode, but the 1-year anniversary of the server, and it's actually the first year. I can't believe it. So yeah, it definitely looks awesome, especially with all the fire and everything. If we check this out really quickly, yeah, it looks absolutely awesome. So who knows, we might be able to finish this before the server closes, but there was definitely a lot of memories from this building. Oh, real quick, I do want to show you here, but the roof is actually complete. We've had it an entire year where the roof has not been completed, and so I just took a couple minutes to actually put a roof on it, and it looks much better right now. Now, you may have noticed this area from behind my house, but this is the town hall, and we actually put in infinity pools later on with some beautiful lights, and if we go inside here, we can actually swim along and see all of the water textures on the ground. Boy, does it look awesome, especially with the drowned right there. And of course, we do have some axolotls that Rage Monkey was breeding here, and oh my goodness, you can even see the reflections. Oh, that is so cool. Hi, little guys. But if we take a quick peek here in the city hall, I don't believe it's actually really illuminated because these don't give off light in RTX for some reason. I'm not sure exactly why, but we can actually go up here as well upstairs, and we have a little meeting room that we never actually used, and we never got to finish the upstairs of the city hall. And of course, if we go down to the secret stairs right here, we can see the interrogation room, and there's not much to see except the Enderman. Oh, okay, we better get out of here. Creepy Enderman aside, we do actually have this military base, and while I was doing this, I was working on a villager area. So if we go inside right here, we have a bunch of villagers. And I definitely did this too late in a game because, well, it was about 10 months into the game when I started getting into villagers. So I'm definitely going to do that. Definitely going to change that for season 2. I was actually building a villager breeder by Silent Whisper, and I couldn't get it to actually work, so that's why I really stopped on this project. And we just have a few mending and other enchantment villagers, but that's basically it. We really didn't do much with this military base that was sold to us by Sheepmaster. So we'll probably take all of this railing down, that way we can get it cleaned up. But if we take a look out here, this of course is the other part of the military base where we have our plane and everything. And I actually removed the bridge right here to our villager breeder because I was moving it all into the military base under the mountain here. So yeah, we just have a little gunner stationed, we have a little base right here, and of course our plane. And we actually got the terrain all fixed up here, except the back because, well, who does the backs of builds anyway these days? So there we go, that's our military base with a bunch of goats that are roaming around. But if we go back over to the town, we have a few more things to show you in RTX. This right here is Bob's house. He's one of the members here on the server. And if we take a peek inside, we can actually see all of the lighting effects that we can actually do with some of the RTX effects. And if we go down here, we've actually spent a ton of time down here trading with his villagers and getting a bunch of emeralds. And then we have the map room down here. We got some more villagers. Bob's really obsessed with villagers, but yeah. A big thanks to Bob for actually putting up these villagers and letting me do and trade with them, because that was basically my entire income right there from the server. Trying to get all of the emeralds and everything from these guys. Right of Bob's house is Mr. Waffle's little house that he constructed at the beginning of the server here. And of course, it has some creeper damage and everything. It was more of a basic house, but I definitely loved it. I totally was not in here a couple times trying to get some supplies. No way. No way, guys. But if we take a stroll down this lane right here, we of course have our pumpkin and melon farm. We have our sugarcane farm, which were both built by Bob. And we actually have our honey farm that looks spectacular with the yellow glass. And I think there are a couple bees in there left, but there really aren't many. And of course, our little creeper facility where we would trap creepers in. And then we have a skeleton shoot it to get a music disc. I do believe the sugarcane area has actually stayed the entire server, and we really haven't taken it down, which is really surprising. Of course, we do have our snow farm, which is also built by Bob. And I believe this guy is Johnny. It's kind of a creepy guy down in the hole. And we do have our horse storage where we can put all of our horses, like the Peach and McLaurin. But of course, we cannot forget Neon Rainbow's Rainbow Tower. And if we fly all the way up here, we can see all of the beautiful glass that she has made. It honestly looks crazy cool. And we can actually go down to the bottom and check out the entire server from this one tower. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And if we take a look inside, we can see all of the colors and everything. And my goodness, does this look good. And I believe she was actually mining down underneath, but you can't really see it because of the sun glare that is actually coming through the glass. Oh my word, that is so cool. Well, I should stop ranting about RTX. We are gonna go over here. I have no idea what that glass structure is, but of course I believe this is Neon Rainbow's little old mine house. Of course, we have a few other houses built by Mint Cookie and Neon Rainbow, including this tower, which I believe was built by Mint Cookie. And of course, over here we have Rage Monkey's starter house, where he was actually living here for a while until his house got bombed. But we can actually take a quick look inside because it does look really cool with the blue and red lanterns. And you can see the bombing shell and everything. The damage is still here and he really hasn't fixed it, but it tells a story, and I think that's really cool. Opposite of the Rage Monkey house is the little underground secret facility where we would actually smelt all of our sand and everything that Rage Monkey built. And there's ancient debris there. Should I take it? Maybe? Nah, that's probably Rage Monkey's. And then I believe this is a gravestone that has stayed here the entire server, and I'm not sure exactly who it's for. I guess it's lost to history at this point. Now we do have some more buildings we can visit really quickly here. We actually do have the New York Sanctum, inspired by the Doctor Strange sanctum built by Mr. Waffles outside the town. And if we take a look here, we can actually see the inside, and I think it would have looked really cool if this was a finished project, but I know Mr. Waffles didn't really want to actually work on the interior, but the exterior actually looks really awesome with the sandstone and the, I believe that is red terracotta mix. It looks really awesome. If we fly by the tower, we do actually have Fried Squid's house, where she joined the server later on and built this awesome bridge, and I do believe she actually has a little pasture down there, and of course the house as well. And we can't forget about the giant squid. It looks absolutely amazing with its little wave and everything. And I do believe on the other side right here we can also see Bob's mine, and well, it never got finished. It was just a glass dome, but yeah, I think it still looks really cool because he mined out 4 entire chunks. My goodness, that would have been a lot of work to do, but Bob was crazy enough to do it. Now, if we take a look behind the MCN building, we can also see Will Watt's house, where he actually joined the server later on, and with his colorful blue and yellow and gray texture. And then, of course, we can also go over to our Nether Hub, where we were actually planning on finishing it, but it might not get finished. I know. Most of these projects are not finished. We didn't really have enough time, but I really would have loved to finish, and because I put in the entire wall here, and I think it would have looked really cool with all of the blackstone in place, but yeah, that would have probably been too much work to handle before season 2 starts, but it definitely looks great with the pink and purple glass as well. Now it's time to fly out of town and check out some of the other members' bases. And of course, this base was built by Sheepmaster here, where he built an entire ginormous circular castle, and we have a few houses here. And if you remember, we also pulled a prank on him where we built a tank in front of his yard, but I think it was really cool. If we go inside here, you can see all of the lights. It actually looks really sort of ominous in here. It kind of looks a little bit creepy, especially with the vines. And then, of course, this is storage center beyond the Nether portal, where you store all of his stuff. And if we take a view up top, it's a giant circular castle. I think it looks pretty cool. And if you remember, Bob was actually crazy enough to flood this entire roof. And yeah, we got it all cleaned up and everything, and ready for the RTX improvement. And my goodness, does it look good. Next up is our shopping district, and this was actually built later in the server. We constructed our sheep and wool shop, as well as some of the other shops that Bob has built. I believe this is his mini blocks shop, this is his beacon shop, and this is his new 1.17 blocks shop, where we really should have gone here and we should have bought some of these blocks, but we were not able to. And I would have really loved to build with some of these, but maybe we could do that in season 2. And then, of course, there was supposed to be an arrow shop, but Bob never really got to it. And while we're at it, we can also check the days in game. 16,000 days in game. My goodness, we have played a lot on this server. But yeah, the shopping district, really it wasn't much because we started it later in the server, and so we really didn't get much to the decoration or put any sort of treatment into it. But I think the buildings actually look pretty cool. It was definitely worth the time to build this giant sheep because it looks awesome. And while we fly by this mountain, we can see Rage Monkey's base, where he built sort of like a nether castle. And I think it looks pretty cool. He actually put in a bunch of storage, and so yeah, that's why there's shulker boxes, diamonds everywhere. It's kind of crazy. But I think the actual build was really cool with the sort of the blackstone, and I believe this is crimson wood textures, and that's kind of creepy, but yeah. He was planning on putting a cave here, but we never really got much time because I think most of the members, including me, didn't really have enough time to put in to actually finish all of our projects that we wanted, but that's okay. we actually got started, and I think it tells a story, so that's all that matters. And beyond Rage Monkey's house is, of course, Sheepmaster, Tall Lego Boxes, and Bob's little area where they built a villager breeder, and they put all of the villagers in, and they were planning on actually expanding this building, but they never got time. And then, of course, we were going to build a quad iron farm out there, but those things are way too complicated. This building was actually our first villager area where we started all of our villagers, and as you can see, it's been creeperized over time as well. But yeah, we do have some of our villagers in here, and it looks a bit creepy to go in with the zombies right there, of course, during the nighttime. If we fly out from this building, we can actually see our original villager breeder built by Sheepmaster right here. And beyond that is, of course, if you remember, we've actually been here a couple episodes. And this is our iron farm and our quad portal gold farm. And I was originally going to put a structure around this, but we never really got time, of course, because none of our projects are finished. Kind of crazy. But we did actually put a lot of time into this contraption, actually putting in a decent amount of storage. And if we go down here, we can see all of the storage, and I'm not sure if there's any gold left or anything. Yeah, there's just a couple ingots and everything. So this is basically it for our main area. And of course, we do have one more area where I've actually been working on, and that is our Mushroom Island. So we're gonna actually fly over there and check it out in RTX. And oh my goodness, guys, we almost forgot about our Casnia project that absolutely failed and no one joined. Yeah, we kind of started that later in the season, and we are eventually going to build a tower. It's basically done in its final form. I wish it was a lot taller, but I think it looks pretty cool with the red glass. And of course, down here is our slime farm that, of course, we never got finished. My goodness, we had so many projects and we never got finished to them. So I'm definitely going to fix that in season 2. We're actually going to get some projects finished. But of course, we do have our slime farm, and you can see some of the slime, and the entire tower go down all the way. I think it looks really cool, as you can see from the top of the glass here. It looks menacing. Oh, I like that. Now, before we do that, I really wanted to check out the Nether Hub in RTX, and boy, does it look ominous. You could probably barely see it because there is no light sources or anything. But yes, we actually did take off the nether roof and everything as well when we actually had the deletion glitch with the signs where you could delete any block in the game. It was kind of crazy, but of course, this was built by Bob, and I think it looks really cool. And then, of course, we do have our illegal portal blocks as well, with some of the, I can't remember, these are the nether respawn blocks as well. I do remember one other project that we were working on is our separate quad iron farm, but of course villagers were being very annoying, so I kind of quit the project. And so it was actually down this way by the shopping district, but yeah, we never really got to it much. But guys, we've actually finally made it over to the Mushroom Island, and I have been working on this place. You might be able to see that we do have an entrance up to our pagoda, and I had a bunch of future plans that we never really got to, where we'd actually have some stairs going up to a building up there, and some more buildings out in that direction, but that's okay. I think it looks really awesome from this perspective, and of course we do actually have somewhat of a finished dock. If we go out here, I was actually trying to finish up the dock, and we didn't get any of the railings or anything done. But yeah, that's okay. At least it looks somewhat good with our little gate structure right here. I believe this is a Tory gate, and our ship built by Mr. Waffles, our buildings. And from this angle, boy, does it look pretty awesome. Boy, does it look good this angle. But of course, we need to actually do probably a better job at planning these mega bases out, but because we really didn't get much of the building that I really wanted to. We really didn't have much time or design processes because, of course, these two buildings were not actually designed by me. But I'm really proud of this area. It was definitely a big leap into the actual mega base sort of side of Minecraft, and that's really what I haven't done in a long time, so I'm really trying to figure it out, and I think we actually do have some experience for season 2 for our next mega base that we are going to be building, and I'm really excited for it. I got a few ideas in mind. Of course, that is depending on what world that we pick for season 2, but I think it's going to be really exciting. And here's the angle from atop of the pagoda tower, but if we go inside right here, we can see the sort of building that we never really used. And I learned a good tip from watching some of the Minecrafter YouTubers, the big ones, and that is that you always need to have function within your Minecraft builds, otherwise you really aren't going to visit them much, and that's probably what I was doing. I wasn't really putting much function into this building, and that's why we really didn't visit this building at all in any videos. So I'm definitely going to change that for the next couple of seasons, if we have any more seasons of MC101. But I do actually have some good news, is that we actually finished the entire island, grassing it all up, and I'm really excited to show you this. I was actually working very hard, and we were actually going to clean this up, but I didn't really get much time, and I was actually using the new 1.17 moss block to get rid of all the mycelium. I think it's actually a much better idea to actually use the moss blocks because they can destroy mycelium for you, and of course you do have to clean this all up, but I think it actually gives you a ton more time to work on the actual building of the area instead of formatting it into a grassy form instead of the crazy purple that is mycelium. So there we have it, guys. My goodness, was the server tour awesome. And before you guys go, we have one more little treat for you guys. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the view of the entire MC101 server. I will return. I will return.